troubling me now.
No, but here's my question to you. I would love to know your thoughts and vision as a producer and an EP for Poacher.
My thoughts.
Vision?
My vision? My vision? The vision is there. It's in front of us. I would say my feelings, my emotions, my excitement for the world to see. The vision, actually, I would say collectively with the team, and a moment for Amazon here, just because they are such a fabulous platform. They give that reach to a show like Poacher. From the very beginning, the first time we all got onto a marketing call, the feeling was, just go genuine, just go real. The show will do its talking. I said, marketing करने की ज़रूरत नहीं है ऐसे. Just let the content do the talking, and it's doing it. I think you just call me, like, I can be this green mascot for you all right now, to just say this louder and louder, but Poacher is out in the world on the 23rd of Feb, and the vision is out there for the world to see.
Thank you. Thank you so much for adding your weight, your voice, and your love to that. That brings me to Manish. Hi Manish, how are you doing? Well, I want to ask you, when Richie first came to you with Poacher, you kind of briefly mentioned in the start, but let's go to that. How did Prime Video actually get associated?
So before I get to the how, I want to tell you the why, okay? Our appetite for this scrumptious dish called Poacher comes from 4 very simple but very important ingredients. There's one Emmy award winning, one portion of an Emmy award.
Unpredictable. So you can't go in with a set plan on how you want to play a scene out, because Nimisha will break that for you. So you have to be there, be very much in the moment and react to what's happening or what she's throwing at you. And she's great to, play tennis with while you're doing a scene, acting tennis, yeah. Then I think overall, like Nimisha, Dibyendu sir, the rest of the cast, the crew that I got to work with on Poacher, Johan, a cinematographer, Richie, these are all people who I had a great time with, but that's very personal. But professionally speaking, these are all people who inspired me on a daily basis, which is also one of the reasons why the show and the period of time we spent shooting for it stays memorable. Because 4 months is a long time if you're not happy on a set. So I like that's something I'm very grateful for. About Alia being here, I am happy, I am honored, and I'm supremely grateful for that, because the last time I was on a stage that was this big, in front of a crowd that was this big, was for a project that gave birth to John and Sunshine Productions, and that was a song launch, and at that point Alia was my co-actor. And it was also one of, I think, the most memorable, biggest projects in my career so far, something I was very fortunate to be part of. And through that journey, I always knew Alia as an artist through the work that she's done, and I have a great deal of respect for her and the work that she chooses to do and how she does it. But also as a person, from the little that I know of her, she's somebody who's very driven by passion, driven by emotion. You must have noticed how earlier when she got a question about her vision with the project, her answer was very rooted in emotion. So for somebody who works with that focus, somebody who's driven by what the heart wants, I'm very, very glad that Alia is associated with this project, and how graciously she's been sort of tilting the spotlight towards the show and the rest of us. We're extremely thankful for that, Alia. And I also, the optimist in me wants to continue believing that when you do something with a lot of heart and with the right intent and with empathy and do it sensitively, good things happen. Like Amazon Prime getting on board and Alia associating with the project and all of you turning up here today. So thank you to all of you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for that question, Yeah, really. Right there. You just spoke for all of us on the stage right now. There might drop, Roshan, might drop. But we do have a couple more questions. And this one, of course, goes to you, Sushan. And how do you feel bringing this story to the audiences, Alia? Yes, this is for Alia.
How do I feel supporting? I think the same way you feel right now asking me this question, the way it impacted you, or trailer because of, you all were in the thick of it. Everybody was aware at that time. When I watched it, I was perhaps not aware, but it still deeply impacted me. And I don't think I say this, I'm not saying this just because I'm here sitting on the stage, but it really leaves an impact. And you really think about it, and I was in tears, and I was smiling, and I was entertained, and I was scared, and I was thrilled, and I was, all the things put together. But supporting a story like this, I think for us as an audience is really important. But I think I really want to thank Richie for bringing us this story and for putting this together. Just the way you caught on to that one moment when it was sent to you while you were doing something else for Google and this came to you and you said, okay, no, this is something that I'm going to come back and I'm going to tell this story. I think there's a lot of genuineness in it, there's a lot of heart in it, and that really comes across when you see the show.
Thank you so much for your question and thank you for that answer. Our next question will continue to you, Alia, and that is from Shravan Shah. The mic will up to you, Shravan.
Hi guys, love the trailer. It's like Rohini said, it gives you goosebumps and it leaves you shocked. Alia, my question to you is, of course, like you answered, that it does give you goosebumps. But what is that one thing that drew you most towards the project?
What drew you most towards the project?
One thing, it's really hard to say genuinely, and I'm not just being like cute with my answer because there is so much. For starters, the performances, which I spoke a little bit about, but Nimisha, Roshan, and Dibyendu sir are just fantastic. I mean, forever fans. I'm forever a fan of all of them because what they brought to their characters, they have. It's about the overarching, of course, crime that is going through the show, and that's that's just taking you through all the 8 episodes. But you're also going deeper into their life, which is so enriching, so interesting, so emotional. There are beautiful moments that each of the characters have, which I can right now think of. I'm not going to say it because it will be giving too many moments away. Like there's this one scene, I won't say too much, okay? There's this one scene that Roshan has. Can I say with his son? Okay, yeah, with his son, which is beautiful. When you watch it, you know what I mean. There's this one shot that Nimisha gives at the end, which I was like really shaking. And there's this one scene that Dibyendu sir has with his, can I say niece? Yeah, with his niece, which is again so beautiful. Now these are one scenes, but I'm just bringing it up because I know for a fact, like when my sister and I exchanged notes, those were the scenes that really, propped us up to us. The way you see in the end of the trailer, for example, how you saw each and every animal, that's something when every time I see the trailer, I get goosebumps. Every time you see an animal in the show, that's by the way purely visual effects. You're so enamored. The perspective with which Richie has told the story, the narrative, you really feel like the other in the story. And just the beats, just the drama, just the everything. So yeah, just not one thing, there are too many things. Now I'm going to stop talking, just watch the show.
Thank you, Shravan, for that question. Thank you, Alia, for the answer. Our next question comes from Neetu Singh, representing Ben Bhaskar. I hope she's in the room. And her question is to Richie.
It's something that I obviously do not have that much knowledge about as much as he does. And he has a great understanding of the socio-political scenario in Kerala as well. He's very rooted, he works in Delhi, but he knows everything that's going on everywhere. So after my first interaction with him, which was a long phone call, I called Richie up and I asked Richie I said, I feel like we should have a personal approach to this, try and understand the man from inside rather than try portraying him from outside. And Richie said, yeah, that's exactly how I want you to go about it. And that was what I tried to do. I tried to understand the man. I tried to understand the reasons he had for doing the things that he does. I tried to understand where he gets this passion from and where he finds his satisfaction from. Because it's not like these guys are celebrated or glorified. There's no glory that comes to them. There's no reward that comes to them. In this particular incident that we're representing, he's on paper, he's technically not even part of the team. He's somebody who comes in to help out. So that for me was very interesting, to find out what drives the man to do something like that. And the leeches we made friends with. I think
That's great. Well, thank you so much. Dibyendu services for you. I think it'll be nice for you to tell us how easy or difficult was Neil Banerjee as a character for you to portray.
No, it was actually a fantastic process because, honestly speaking, Richie, of course, is a fantastic creator, and it was actually a well-researched script. It's a fantastic script, watertight script, and my character is Neil Banerjee, who is actually is a field director in Kerala Forest Department, and as well as an ex-intelligence guy. So he is making this team, he is leading the team, but he is leading the team on his own terms. And he is actually, he knows the bureaucracy, he knows because the whole, everything is based on the court documents and testimonials. So it was there. So and he knows how to deal with those areas. So it was fantastic. But it is a dramatization and fictionalization of the whole, because we are making a crime thriller actually. It is a crime thriller. It is a fun series also to watch, and because there are a lot of awareness, there are a lot of social issues, but at the same time it's an entertaining series. So it has a narrative. So there are a lot of moments that my character is based on a real life character. I never met that person in my life. I told you, we have talked about it. But the thing is that it was just one man, Riazo, that whatever question I used to have, one answer is from this. Because it's sorted, it's done. So
have a set structure that we're familiar with. These guys have nothing to go with in their investigation, nothing to assist them, no systems in place, no guns to pull out. It's all jugaad. So it seemed like such a fun script to play. The character, the real life person who my character is based on, the character, the way it's written, he's a computer programmer, he works in the Wildlife Trust of India, he's deeply interested in snakes, he's making an app on snakes, he's a family man, he's a man who leads multiple lives, keeps a lot of secrets, does a lot of dangerous things, puts his life on the line for nothing in return. None of these things I do. So it was so exciting to attempt to be that person. So yeah, it was something that checked all the boxes.
Thank you, Nawaz, for your question, and thank you, Roshan, for that really nice sneak peek into your character. And I can't wait to watch it, man. That was very well done.
There's a lot more left.
You can't wait, really. Especially snakes. Okay, Litwin is here with us. Hi, Litwin. There's a mic coming to you. And your question is for Roshan again.
Hi. First of all, thank you so much. It was really an amazing trailer. Really enjoyed it. And especially as people coming from Kerala, we would like to say that there is this part. Thank you so much for bringing up this story, because there is something that we are really not proud of, and the world really wants to know. So the question is, Roshan, you have worked with Nimisha on Dibyendu and also share screen with Alia in Dibyendu. How was your experience working with such a stellar cast in Poacher and also directed by Richie? And how did you feel when you heard that Alia is back in this project as an
Okay, thank you so much for that question. Nimisha has been such a fabulous performer in Malayalam since the first film that she did there, and she's been an actor who I'd been waiting to work with. Uritekkan Kalliges, the project you mentioned, was the first time I got to work with her, which also happens to be the set on which I received the script for Poacher and read it. And I found out that Nimisha was also going to be part of the show. And this was a period where Nimisha and I did 3 projects together in a row, and it was the most magical journey that I've had with any co-actor. Firstly, this was the first series I did. This was the first time I traveled with the cast and a particular character with a crew for this long a period of time. And then there was all the work that Nimisha and I had done before that. So it was great to have that chemistry when the project began, because once you watch the show, you know these guys are already friends from before the story begins in Poacher. So it was nice to be able to bring that on set, pre-set, and it was already in place, at least that part of it. That's a sense of comfort, that an actor can really use, especially on the first few days of shoot. She's also an incredibly
made. The what made you cast a woman in this role?
So Demisha's character, again, I'm sorry she can't be here. You know, she is part of the heart of the show. Demisha's character is modeled off of a few people, actually. It's an amalgamation. It's primarily one person as an inspiration, and then a handful of other officers in the Kerala Forest Department. And the simple answer is this. When I was doing the research, and I was coming across all of the people involved in solving this case, they were all men. And I asked somebody at one point, were there any women involved? And the answer was no. This group of people in the Forest Department, it's a boys' club. And I said, not anymore.
Thank you, Richie. Thank you for that question, Nisha. That was wonderful. Our next question, of course, is for Dibyendu sir, and this comes from Namita. Hi, Namita, are you here? Hi. Namita represents the Punjab Kesari.
Thank you so much, Rohini.
Thanks.
And thank you so much, all of you. Congratulations to you. It's wonderful and great to be a part of the trailer launch of such a series, Poacher. And my question goes to you, Dibyendu sir. We have seen you playing some really impactful characters, and each of your work is always being appreciated. So how does it feel to be a part of this series, Poacher, firstly? And secondly, I want to ask you is like, what comes more easier to you? Playing characters which are close to your personality, or playing characters which are adapted from the real life like this one has been?
Thank you so much for the question. I think I am a chameleon. I want to be a chameleon all the time. I don't want to play myself. I never want to do that in my life. So yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, people are appreciating a few of my works, and I am really grateful. I'm really grateful that I have that connection with the audience, and people are liking it. So I'm really grateful towards it. And this film is a very special series for me, actually. I must tell you, because there are a lot of things that I sometimes I want to do in life, but I cannot, because I want to be a conservationist, but I am not an activist. I cannot do it on the ground, but it's a nice profession I am in, that I can be in disguise and I can do this, and for a good cause, and at the same time it's an entertaining series, and the beauty of these characters are actually it's based on a real life character, but you don't have that baggage also for the real life character to play that baggage, because it is not that I am imitating that character or I am trying to be that character. No caricature is there. It is completely soul oriented, because now Richie's film in this series, that real life character is also changed a lot, because there are a lot of inputs, there are a lot of other things have come up. So it is a different human being. So just to understand that what would be that socio-political, economical background of that person, and just be into his shoes. That's it. That is my job, and वो बहुत अच्छी तरीके से रिची के साथ होता है, because it's a well-researched script, fantastic collaborative process, and we are always ready with the rehearsals also. Like we used to do a lot of rehearsals, and so nothing like easily achieve नहीं कर पाए बहुत कुछ चीज़ें, बहुत hard work करने के बाद achieve के बाद end of the day you feel good about it, that when you achieve something such good.
Thank you so much for your question, and thank you.
एनिमल्स पे कोई बात नहीं करता, स्मगलिंग उनकी तस्करी पे कोई बात नहीं।
It's a fantastic process, enjoyment with so many other good actors besides you, and fantastic crew. So it's a process is so interesting. So slowly, आप character को पकड़ लेते हैं।
बहुत सर, आपके बारे में तो इतना ही कहूँगी कि आप हमेशा ये करते हो, लेकिन इस बार भी ये मौका आपने हमें दिया है, इसके लिए बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया। अब Dibyendu sir, please once again, thank you. Thank you, sir. Sushant, this is for you. You've often spoken, actually we've often spoken about Prime Video creating compelling stories and offering shows and movies that resonate with viewers. But here's my question with Poacher: what will make it such a compelling watch because this word compelling has not left the room since we started talking about the show.
I hope it never leaves.
Amen.
What did everybody think of the trailer? Can I get a reaction, please? I think that's your answer. I think there's been, the master craftsman that Richie is. I think audiences are in for, as Dibyendu rightly pointed out, it is laden with a message that will provoke, inspire, and force you to act. But at the same time, it is a crime drama. It's a crime thriller, edge of the seat thriller that is riveting from start to finish. Right? So it is, when we think about how we program our shows and movies on Prime Video, we are always looking for, shows that are entertaining, obviously, first and foremost, but at the same time, leave something behind, right? It can inspire you, it can provoke you, it can make you reflect, it can make you reimagine your own personal life or your relationships, and being a force of change is something that we take a lot of pride in. And with Poacher, I think we have, if I may say so, the perfect combination of being richfully, entertaining, but at the same time deeply inspiring. This is a topic that I think we all have some sort of exposure to, but the manner in which it's been brought alive as a dramatic telling, I think makes it something that I think is going to be a conversation driver. It's going to be talked about, not just in India but globally. So, 23rd of February, all over the world, and I cannot wait to bring this to our customers.
It's too late. You can't do this. Sitting right next to you, it's the 15th, and you're asking me to wait. I will wait, because Alia, we have no choice at this point. But my question, of course, is to you now I'm sorry, what is
Inspired by the biggest telephone coaching case in Indian history, many characters are amalgamations and some of them are direct. I will say generally, I will do character extrapolations in backgrounds of characters, personal stories.